Hayes, born August 20th, 1919, died September 14th, 1964. From the ghost that terrified me, a modern-day specter that haunted me day and night with 5 short words. Sorry to let you go. Sorry to let you go. Sorry to let you go. Presents Sorry to Let You Go.
Miss Thompson speaking. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Putnam. Mr. Reed is out of the office. Yes, that's right. Today's the 14th of July. Oh. Well, it's not on his calendar, but I'll remind him. Oh, Mr. Hayes, you just had a phone call.
Never mind, Randy. I won't be taking any calls anymore.
Oh. What are you doing?
Cleaning out my desk.
You were fired?
The actual words were a little kinder. Sorry to let you go.
But Mr. Hayes, that's inhuman.
Oh, I'll have time to look around. There's 2 months severance pay.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Well, a person could lose out maybe to another person who did the job better, but to get fired because of a machine?
We live in a mechanical age. The new computer makes my job unnecessary.
Oh, that's scary. It gives me goosebumps. Oh, that could happen to all of us. Like the men from Mars taking over or something.
Oh, it's not quite that bad, Sandy. Now, let's see pictures of my wife, Louise, son, Buzz, daughter, Susan, best plum, fondly awarded by a grateful company on my 10th anniversary. An engraved ashtray, ditto my 15th last year. And the key to the executive men's room.
Mr. Hayes.
Oh, come on, Sandy. It isn't that bad. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll take you to a farewell lunch and goodbye drink, huh?
You already have a luncheon date today at Mario's. Mr. Portman's expecting you.
Yeah? Oh, that's right. I'd forgotten. Matter of fact, he's just the guy I ought to see. Maybe he'll have a job for me. I'll go over to Mario's now.
So the guy looked at his father-in-law and he said, "Why should I do this? She's a nice girl, never did me no harm." So maybe it's not that funny, but I get big laughs with it out of town.
Oh, it's a good story, Ed. I'm just not with it today.
Oh, maybe you need another drink.
No, thanks.
You got something on your mind. What is it?
Oh, nothing special. But I've been thinking of making a change in jobs, Ed. A few months ago, you mentioned something interesting at your shop.
Forget it. Pipe dream. We got a new efficiency expert in with all gas. We're putting in the mechanical models.
Computers?
Yeah. Shove a card in, you get the answer to everything, except the right address and telephone number. I mean, gals. But that wouldn't interest you.
What about your department, sales?
Oh, it's way below you. Why should you want to make a change anyhow?
Because I got fired today. I'm looking for a job.
Huh? Well, you'll find a better one?
I hope.
Sure. Well, I got to be making tracks. Oh, no. This one's on me.
No, let me get it. I'm not on the rope yet.
I still pick it up. And I'll do you one more favor, Walt.
What?
Free advice from an old salesman. Don't tell anyone else you're out of a job.
Why not? It's no disgrace.
Maybe, but you take a tip and play it smart. Don't carry your hat in your hand. Let them come to you. It's the only way you can get dough. And at our time of life, that's what we got to have, Walt. Don't you ever forget it.
That's what Ed left me with. The beginnings of fear. I wasn't likely to forget how much my paycheck meant. Taxes, school fees, heat, water, commutation, and insurance. Yes, insurance on the house, on the cars, on the furniture, on hospitalization. And most important of all, on my life. Well, that ends too with my job.
expensive, Mr. Hayes. I hope it can be avoided.
Well, so do I.
So why not wait a few weeks? As soon as you're employed again, undoubtedly, there'll be a new group policy.
And if I'm not employed?
Automatically, I'll convert to term life for you.
Well, there'll be one comfort in it at least. The satisfaction of knowing I'm worth something. Even if it's dead instead of alive. Oh, Mr. Swanson, if you should call me or get in touch with me at home, I'd appreciate it if you didn't mention to anyone that, well, my wife doesn't know about me yet.
Mr. Hayes, that's your business, not mine.
When I left Swanson's office, I could have gotten a 3:30 home, but I didn't. My regular train was a 6:02. I waited for that because I had a large decision to make. Would I tell my wife the truth or shouldn't I? How could she help me? And why should I add to her worries? How'd you get my car?
Well, the generator went out on the station wagon. I had to have it towed to the service station. Then I cabbed down here to the parking lot and picked up your car.
Oh, you poor darling. Oh, you sound as though it's been a bad day, huh?
Horrendous. You drive, dear, please.
Okay. Kids all right?
It's lost support. But the washing machine is making strange noises again. And the septic tank man says we need new fuel.
What's that going to cost?
Couldn't cut the grass because we can't get the mower started.
Cheer up, it's only money.
Which we never have enough of. Oh, never mind. How was your day? And if anything went wrong, don't tell me or I'll dissolve in helpless tears.
Well, it was just a run-of-the-mill day. Nothing special at all. Well, so that settled that. I wasn't going to tell Louise. I wasn't going to tell anyone I'd lost my job. Not till I found a new one. Then suddenly that cold, wrenching knot was back in my stomach. Supposing I didn't. I shut my eyes again in the hospital.
He could have killed you.
It wasn't his fault. I didn't see him.
Well, if you're planning to kill yourself, please don't do it with me in the car. I'm sorry, Lord. I didn't mean that. My nerves are just shot. Well, let's get home. I need a drink.
So do I. How much I needed that drink, Louise would never know. Because now I had a sudden premonition of what I might have to do if things didn't pan out. I'd said it to the insurance man. Without a job, I was worth more dead than alive. I kept up the miserable masquerade, leaving every morning on my regular train as if going to work, returning on the 6:02 every night. At first, the deception wasn't too difficult, because Sandra Thompson, my former secretary, was there to take messages for me. But 4 weeks after I was fired... Well, any messages for me?
I'm sorry. No.
Well, that figures.
You haven't found anything yet, huh?
Nope. Well, the bright spot is that I have you to cover for me in case something does turn up. Well, I'll look in again about noon, huh?
Mr. Hughes.
Yes?
I won't be able to cover for you anymore.
Oh?
Yeah. I got my walking papers, too. This morning.
Oh, that's a shame, Sandy. Oh, but you'll find something else?
Will I? You haven't found it so easy, have you?
Well, it's different for me. I can't type or take dictation. I'm learning by bitter experience that I can't do anything else but run an efficient records and file system. And a machine can do that better, it seems.
It's machines for everything nowadays. Nobody likes people anymore. Oh, I hate that computer in there. I've gotten so I dream about it at night. I had nightmares that those arms and legs and joined up with all the others to trample people to death. I tell you, I'm scared, Mr. Hayes.
I know just how you feel, Sandra. So am I.
Hello, Walt. How's your day?
About as usual.
Why, you look tired. Go ahead, I'll drive.
No, I can bear that.
Get your check today?
Yes, fine.
Well, it was just that I had a call from the bank. They say they're overdrawn.
Why, that's ridiculous. straighten that out with Charlie Northrop on Monday.
Walt, there's anything wrong, is there?
Really wrong.
Well, you haven't seen yourself lately.
Well, I've just been working too hard, that's all.
It's about time they paid you properly for it. Why don't you due for a raise?
Not this year. I should have told Louise then, but I couldn't. She could have married any one of a dozen successful men. I ought to know. Most of them are still our friends. I couldn't admit to her or to them that I was a failure. So now I was no longer just afraid, I was desperate. Well, there was one last straw to cut short. Ed Portman. I'd been trying to reach him at his office. He was never in. I knew he was avoiding me. I also knew that sooner or later I'd find him at Mario's.
Hello, Ed. Hey, Ed, what have you been hiring yourself? How's it going, boy?
Well, not so good, Ed. I still haven't found a job.
Oh, gee, that's tough.
I'll take anything. Get me a job as a salesman, Ed.
I can't. That's for kids fresh out of college. There's an expensive training, Walt. Hey, you couldn't expect the company to lay that out for a man your age. There's nothing there for you, Walt.
Please, Ed. Ed, what am I going to do?
Oh, something will turn up. Look, take this card and try these people.
What is it?
A real live wire agency for placing people in executive positions. Where you belong. If anybody can find you a spot, they can. Now, look, I gotta run. I've got to get back on the job.
I don't know how I got through the next few days, waiting to hear from the agency. I left my resume with them, and they promised to be in touch. And then one morning, the letter setting the appointment was there, along with another one. My binder from the insurance company. At least that was settled. I stopped at the office to pick up my last check. On the way out, I stopped in the computer room. And I watched it clicking away, impersonally doing my job. It was all I could do not to tear it apart, smash it, destroy it. And feeling a little ridiculous, I hurried to the bank. I cashed my check, went to the insurance company, and paid my premium by cash. It left me less than $50. But my family was protected now. I felt calmer, with a stirring of irrational hope as I went to my interview with Mr. Stern of Executives Unlimited.
Of course, we have read your background, which is very impressive. But I'm sorry to tell you that I don't think we can help you.
Why not?
We couldn't hope to find you anything at your price level.
Well, I'm willing to take less than I was making.
I'm afraid that wouldn't help.
What you're telling me is that I'm not employable.
Not exactly, sir. All I say is that you don't fit into our personnel category.
What you mean is that I don't fit into the holes punched out by a machine. It's my bad luck that I'm an individual and not a mechanical robot constructed to fit the right blueprint and specifications. What's the matter with the world that there isn't room for people anymore? I don't remember getting home. I just remember a long succession of drinks in bars on a train and finally Louise opening the door for me as I came home.
What? Well, where have you been?
What's the difference?
What the difference is, there's a living room full of friends waiting for you. Don't you remember? This is our anniversary party.
No, I don't want to see anyone.
Oh, shh. Oh, you've been drinking. Oh, what's gotten into you lately? You push me aside. You won't see your friends. What's happened, darling? What's happened?
I'll tell you what's happened. I'm a failure. That's why I can't face any of you. I lost my job 2 months ago, and I found out today that I'll never get another one. The only way I'm of use to you is dead. I was running to the car, heedless of Louise's voice calling to me. Gone in the wind and the roar of the engine. I was off at last to a rendezvous made for me 2 months ago, and the only voice I could hear kept saying over and over again, "Sorry to let you go. Sorry to let you go. Sorry to let you..."
Why did you do it, Walt?
Look, I didn't try to commit suicide, Louise. I thought of it. But I couldn't go through with it.
I know that, dear. I pieced a lot together in the 4 days while they were operating on you and putting it back together.
Am I back together?
It'll take time, but you'll be just as good as new.
What did you mean? Why?
Why did you keep it to yourself? Just because you were let go, you think I or the children or your friends would ever let you go?
I'm used to. You can't find a job. It's a machine age. No room for people anymore.
Don't say that, dear. The only thing that counts is people, if you trust them. Both Jack Snow and Hank Jessup have jobs waiting for you right now.
Jobs aren't that easy. Today you gotta fit the machine or be one.
Now you listen to me, Walt Hayes. Don't you sell machine short either.
What do you mean?
The machine is paying your hospital bills and our expenses till you're ready to go to work. But the man who drove you off the road didn't stop. But they found him, and he's fully insured.
They found him? But how?
Well, there were tire marks. Smudges of paint on our car. Some chrome ripped off yours and part of a license plate. A very modern police sergeant fed the clues into the computer, and they caught the driver in no time at all. But no matter how complicated they are, or how efficient, machines have to be run by people. And people are the only thing that count. Oh, please, darling, please. You've got to learn that.
I'm sitting in the garden. It's the last day of my convalescence. Tomorrow, I go back to work. The irony is, I'll be programming, filing, and recording systems for computers. It so happens I've discovered, with my friend's help, that I have a very special talent for that. But as I watch Louise come across the lawn to me, I'm still nervous about it.
Well,
Yes, darling?
Buzz is all ready to start cutting the grass. But he can't get the darn machine started. Would you mind?
Fix a machine? No, darling, it would be a pleasure.
Orchestra under the direction of Glenn Arthur. We hope you enjoyed today's Theater 5 presentations, and we invite your comments on these programs. Write to Theater 5, WLS-FM, 360 North Michigan, Chicago 60601.